Josh is asking that as somebody who started accumulating money at a very young age, what advice would you give to young people about the need to accumulate money earlier? Or is there anything that you did wrong in the early years that you would advise people to avoid?
I did a lot of things wrong. May I have a piece of paper?
I'm sorry, sir.
May I have a piece of paper? Blank sheet of paper. Can I rip it?
Go ahead.
All right. Children, young guys coming to a lot of money. This is $100. What you want to do is you want to rip the 100 in half. 50. Save it. Don't even touch it. Invest. Put it away. Don't even look at it. Now you got 50 left. Now the smart people, the real smart people, the billionaires of the world, they'll take half of that 50, put all that away. This right here, have fun. You want to buy houses, you want to buy cars, you want to buy planes, you want to travel. This right here is what you have fun with. This right here is what you need for when you retire. So you invest, you put it away, you save it, you don't touch it. This is the house money. This is what you play with.
Let me just start off by saying, this is not a financial advice video. This ain't a financial literacy video. This is not a get rich video. This is just me sharing my experience and my thoughts. Who told any of us that we were guaranteed more than we have right now? Who told us that our placement in life was completely dictated by somebody else's placement in life? So you're 17, 18, 19. Your friends are 17, 18, 19. One of your friends goes and get a Porsche out of nowhere, just comes back home with a Porsche. One of your other friends comes back with like a Honda Civic. Another one comes back with a Kia. You don't get a car until you're 24. So for 7 years, you have kind of been a little, what some people would say, stagnant in comparison to your friends. People would be like, why don't you have, naturally, why don't you have what your peers have? What's kind of setting you apart from them? Because you are, you have to be mindful of the company you keep. You want to do better. You want to do better things. You hang out with people that are like-minded, that are there, that are doing better things. What we don't really take into account is how independent we truly are. And whether you feel independent, whether you're actually independent, and I'm not saying this in an economic sense. I'm not saying this as in mom and dad are taking care of this, or your husband or your wife is doing this. I'm talking about independent as a creature, right? We're very social creatures. We're very social. But our circumstances are usually always one-on-one. Always special. There's no one on this planet that will live the same life you lived. No one, ever. Period. Point blank. Close the book. No one. But in your book, you've been conditioned, your mind has been conditioned through media, through different things, through family, through friends, through things they've consumed. People have put expectations on everything in life. There's an expectation for everything. It's almost impossible to walk into something with a knowledge of nothing, with just a basis of, I'm going to try this thing because. You know what I mean? Before you travel somewhere, you research it. You see what things there are to do. You watch vlogs on it. Before you buy a product, you go read reviews. You go do these things. That's because money to us is kind of like, money's not something that we can just give away. It's not like time where, it's weird because money and time kind of go hand in hand, right? Through time, you can make money. But you can also make a lot of money in a short amount of time, or you can make a very little amount of money in an extended period of time. So it's not necessarily to say that one basically signifies the other, but time is money. We all know time is the only thing on this planet you can't get back. But the reality is, our minds are being played with. A lot of things are being manufactured, okay? And it's time you start asking yourself why. The depression kicks in because you have a desire. This is like some Socrates level thinking. I'm not calling myself Socrates. I literally have gotten this from Socrates. I believe there's a quote of his where, if I'm not mistaken, he says something about, let me see if I can pull it up real quick so I'm not just talking out of my ass. Give me 1 second. He says, we are moved to action only when we grasp the object of desire. And that's Aristotle, my apologies, not Socrates. We are moved to action only when we grasp the object of desire. A lot of us, right, don't understand just how blessed we are. Some of us aren't that blessed. And when I say aren't that blessed, I mean if we're making comparisons of things. Some of us have very little. Some of us have a lot. Some of us have a lot and feel like we have very little. That's a whole different conundrum in itself. So when I say that some of us aren't very blessed, I mean that some of us have the bare minimum experience of what it means to be a human being in 2024. But again, that's subjective. That's my thought process. That's my way of looking at it. That's my outlook on the world. You get what I'm saying? But I try to remain grounded in that because I need to tell myself, you can cry all you want. You can say, woe is me. You can say, oh my gosh, life is not panning out the way I thought it would. I should be here by now. There is no one keeping track of your life but you. If you have someone keeping track of your life and they remind you of that, then they're a fan. They're invested. Okay? They're invested. There's nothing you can do about somebody that's putting an investment into your stock. You can't go public or private, unfortunately, in life. People are going to just follow you and they're going to stalk you. This is the internet age. There's ways around this. But in terms of your own mental process, what helps you sleep at night, if you start feeling stressed, if you start feeling depressed, if you start feeling misguided, if you start feeling unled, you need to start looking within. These are all things that you can satisfy within your own mind. It's all achievable within you. What you'll do is you'll go to YouTube and you'll look for videos and you'll look for ideas and thought processes, and you'll go on Reddit or you'll go on Twitter or Instagram and you'll find different posts and different things that you feel like identify as you. And so you'll take this amalgamation of media, of the content, and try to make a life out of it. Try to make something that makes sense. Like, you know, these are my boundaries because I've always liked this character since I was a kid. It'd be some fictional character. I've always liked this actor or actress since I was a kid because they resemble me look-wise, or they resemble me in terms of thought process. You don't know these people. They don't know you. You resemble you. You make yourself who you are every day. Success stories are people that usually came through an unsurmountable odd or unsurmountable amount of circumstances to achieve something that somebody typically would say, on average, is slightly not in their wheelhouse of possibilities, not in their realm of solutions, of possibilities, of outcomes. And they do that. They still find a way to overcome it. That's a success story. But that's somebody that's telling you, I came from a position where I didn't have as much as I have now. I have a lot more now. And I still miss those times where I didn't have that much. What matters is your mindset. That's what matters. That's what's important. It's what you're visualizing for yourself, for others, for the people you care about. That's what matters. This other stuff doesn't matter as much. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter as much. Everything that we do, everything that we consume, we're hoping that it validates some part of us that strikes that next step to get us to that next level, right? You might go home and watch TikToks all day. Just be honest with yourself. Nobody else is listening. Nobody else can see your face as you hear what I'm saying or as you take in the video. You might go home and watch TikToks all day, YouTube shorts all day, YouTube videos all day, TV all day. And you know there's more out of life for you. You know there's more to life than what you're holding on to, than what you're attracting every day. But your mindset won't let you snap out of that. When you come home from work, you need that therapeutic energy, which you feel like is given to you by the things you're consuming. What's crazy is your mind will allow you to stay stagnant. That's how powerful your mind is. It will allow you to stay stagnant. It will allow you to stay in the same spot. It will allow you to digress in life, lose positions in life, as long as you feel comfortable. I'm telling you this because I experienced it myself. I'm not trying to come and tell you something like I'm a teacher, like I'm here to tell you the ways of life. I'm going through the same thing you're going through. I'm trying to get better. And I realized that there's no reason for me to pretend like that's such a private thing, trying to get better. We should all be trying to get better. What's crazy about wanting to progress yourself mentally to the point where you're content with everything you have in life? I'm not content right now. I struggle with that. I struggle with not accepting what's in front of me, not having what's in front of me, not enjoying what's in front of me, but still making plans for more, still planting the seeds for greater crops. Before I get out of here, because I don't want to just go on a little whole rant, whole tangent. I've already talked for 12 minutes. I'm going to play this last clip. And if you feel like you align with what I'm saying, if you feel like there's a lot of open-ended conversation that can be had, please, 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 I love reading. Respond in the comments. Let me know what's going on. I'll link all my other platforms down below in case you want to follow some of the other stuff that I do. If not, I'll catch you guys in the next one. But please don't go out of here without watching my man's TikTok real quick, all right? Wrong clip, wrong clip, wrong clip.
I'm gonna tell you guys something really interesting. The rich people in this world are 74% entrepreneurs. Alright, you got that? And there's 12% investors, alright? 8% athletes, alright? And 4% artists. Alright, you got that? And the shocking part is 0% are employees. That indicates that you can't just work at McDonald's and expect to be rich. You can't just work at an office job and expect to be rich. Most of these people are their own bosses. They're all producers and not consumers. So basically, get rich right now. Try and get rich right now. Try and make your first 1,000 band. Try and start that business you always wanted to start. Just start, bro. Just start. You don't need planning. Just start, bro. You see some results in the following months. Alright. Lock in and stop procrastinating. Because procrastination is the assassination of your dreams. Peace.
Procrastination is the assassination of your dreams. Think about that. Ponder on that. Get to work. Start doing every single thing you've been planning to do. There is no reason on planet Earth why you cannot achieve any of your wildest dreams. But success is not going to determine your state of depression or your state of denial. Keep pushing. Peace.